guys, welcome to your reading. For those that do not know me, I am Tabitha, your psychic, medium, healer, and starseed. Okay, this is going to be about a month-long prediction for the zodiac sign Aquarius. It is meant for May, but whenever it finds you is when it's intended for you. So just before I get into it, I just want to let you guys know that Malachite Moon Girl just released a new line of bath bombs. So they smell absolutely amazing. There is a crystal inside of all of these bath bombs. This one specifically is the honey almond. I bought a few batches. She has a Mother's Day special going on right now. So check her out on Instagram. That's at Malachite Moon Girl. And if you do not follow me on Instagram, that's Tabitha Indigo Child. I can also be found at Tabby M Co. Her and I, we upload a lot of content to our Instagrams as well, so please check them out. And just a quick reminder, if you are looking to book a reading with me, you can still book through my email, which is tabithahealingcenter@gmail.com. It is linked below, but all the payments and proceeds go to the Bergling Foundation, and we ask that you make that on your own accord. So it's whatever you can donate, whatever you can afford. It's just all goes towards a good cause. It goes towards the environment, mental health awareness, children, animal welfare. So it's just all things that are really near and dear to my heart. So it's a great way for us to be able to help everyone. So once again, you still have to book through me, through my email, but for the donations or contributions, they are all through the Bergling Foundation, which is linked below. Okay, let's get into it, Aquarius. So this month, you have Archangel Azrael and Archangel Metatron working with you very closely. So Azrael helps with grievings, endings, loss, transitions. A lot of grief counselors will use this archangel because this archangel also helps souls cross over like the veil or the threshold or transition. And you have Archangel, which is not surprising that Azrael is coming through for a lot of people because we do have the Pluto aspect. So Pluto went retrograde on the 25th of April, which this planet is it's the ruler of Scorpio. So there's a lot of Scorpionic energy. We will also be coming up to a full moon in Scorpio, I believe. So there is this like endings, rebirth, transformation energy taking place. Pluto brings about a lot of change, but there is also this little bit of darker aspect of it, the shadow side of Pluto, which is more about obsession, power, secrets. And there's also a very mystical, like a lot of magic and mysticism and the stranger things of Pluto as well. You have a few other planets going retrograde as well, Venus being one of them. So this is like kind of affecting love. So they did just want me to mention that to you guys. You also have Archangel Metatron here, who's actually a very I just really love this angel. So he works with indigo, crystal, highly sensitive, rainbow, basically any child with abilities. He's gonna help with that, okay? He also helps with timelines, time management, wrapping up of time. They call him Father Time. He also helps with sacred geometry, esoteric healing work, universal energies. He's also the record keeper, okay? So he stands alongside God. And kind of tracks everything down in a book, like for all of universal history. So this is kind of like not where like your karma comes from, but like it is being tracked. And Metron like just has a lot of just like really high knowledge power, because like imagine if you could read everybody's stories, right? So that archangel is coming through for you as well this month. So you guys got aquamarine as one of your crystals. I frequently have to use this crystal. It's to keep your cool. They said for those who run hot, like fire signs or anybody hanging on to unspoken burning desires. They say that anyone that has a primal scream that is a whisper at this time could really benefit from this. And like I said, it's for people that have like kind of like lost their voice. Maybe we need to activate those throat chakras. You can always use anything blue in the mineral kingdom. You can ask the angels to help you speak your piece and views lovingly so that they're well received. You can also use ohms, frequency, chants, but it's going to help you to keep your cool. It's almost like you guys don't want to speak your piece because you know that it's like gonna like rattle people, or like or also too, like some people are just stupid. I know someone over here is just like, people are stupid and like they just don't get it, and then it makes me angry. You guys also got Amazonite, so to speak from your heart. To speak from your heart. They're saying to also, like, this is for your opening up your throat chakra as well. It's also for an inner child that wants to talk. So there are like I said, there is this inner child about you. And I do see that coming out in your reading as well. And we do have Archangel Metron here that helps children as well. So they're just saying that anyone that is like struggling with like a Mercury retrograde, or teeth grinders, or just like having a hard trouble like communicating or speaking would benefit. And then your affirmation this month is, I am strong enough to face every issue in my life with courage and trust. Okay, so you're starting off the month with some incoming direct, sharp communication. It seems like it's pretty like to the point. This just like comes in like really fast. It could have to do with a collaboration. It could have to do with a celebration, a group of people. I do see some conflicting views. But once again, there's like communication. Communication is like really evident. And this is like strong, clear communication. So perhaps you really utilize those crystals at the beginning of the month to really help speak and get your point across. And it does look like maybe from speaking your piece, you think there's going to be conflict amongst a group or a collaboration, or maybe it's even like announcing this, whatever it may be. You have the Emperor here, though, in your first week as well. So this is someone who is a leader. This person's very powerful. They're very charming. They're very charismatic. People listen to what this person has to say. They have a lot of universal knowledge. They know what's good for the whole. They're a really good leader in that sense. I'm hearing like this is like power and light. So like what they're saying is like this person is like powerful, but because of the light, like they work from the light. So I'm just hearing like they could be like a leader of like some sort of like big organization as well, or like corporation, or just like they might even have like a big following, or like just like maybe like even an area you haven't tapped into yet, is what I just heard from somebody. So for some of you, like you may like have to walk away from things. Like I don't know if you have to like walk away from like this group that is like conflicting you, and like this is like how you get your power. And if it has to do with like a partnership, like maybe you're thinking like you want to like work more on a partnership opposed to like in this group. Like very possibly for someone, like you could have been dealing with some sort of like third party, like maybe like somebody in the group specifically was a little conflicting. But maybe it was like this person, like this is sometimes like a representative of Aries, right? So maybe this person is someone that like you're walking away from, or like things didn't work out, so like you're moving on towards like a partnership or something like that. But I'm also just feeling like this is kind of like you guys like really stepping into your power and like leaving behind things that like no longer serve you. And like speaking your truth and stuff like that. You do have a partnership here as well in the first week. So you could possibly be dealing with, well, we have Aries here. We have Gemini here. We have, we definitely have Aries, Leo, Sag. Like I said, it could very specifically for someone be an Aries. We also have Aquarius energy here. We have Earth energy here. So Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Um, we do have Scorpio here as well. So these are just some of the like energies that I'm picking up on like throughout your month. So you could actually get some sort of like in the second week, and it's probably going to happen, like it's happening throughout the second week. You're going to get some sort of like tangible, like some sort of offer is going to come to you. It's like an inflow of resources, okay? It may require you to like juggle or like prioritize, like maybe you're working on like multiple projects. But you're the magician and like you have magic, you do have abilities. So you might be really good at like manifestation, you might be really good at like spell work, you might be really good at like projection or creating things. Like you could be really good at like actual like magic, like maybe you actually have like magic abilities. So Isis is coming through as well, so you might have some like Egyptian like coding that you could benefit from. You also do have an owl coming through as your spirit animal, so that could be very specific for someone. So anyways, I do see that like there is going to be some sort of like good news regarding your finances. It seems like it's going to be an inflow. You may have been like manifesting this or like wishing for this. But for some reason, there is this like defeat. It's like you kind of feel like defeated or betrayed, or you feel like someone took something that didn't belong to them. Like, did I say betrayal? Like, and it could have you could have been possibly dealing with someone who was like an illusionist, someone who's like, here it is, now it's not, someone who's like in and out, someone that like creates like illusions and like things aren't always what they seem. So you could like feel like there could be like that energy, but then you have abundance again. So it's like you get this inflow of resources, but then like I don't know, maybe you're like not even sure because like of like that like type of energy of like being betrayed by people in the past and like things are like too good to be true kind of thing. But then you have this solid and stable like opportunity, or like an investment's going to pay out, or like the universe is just going to bring something to you that is very profitable. It's something that's going to be solid and stable. It's going to grow into something like beautiful and big. So this is the Ace of Pentacles. This is like a new beginning in finances. This is something solid and stable. It's something sometimes unexpected, and it can come in many different forms. You may have felt left out in the cold, um, but they want to let you guys know that like things aren't always what they seem. You may also feel like you need to leave something or someone out in the cold. It's just interesting. It's like you have like all this abundance coming in for you in the second week, but like it puts you like back into these old cycles, okay? So just know that the betrayal and the being worked out in the cold, so or being left out in the cold, those are two emotions they really want you guys to move past this month, okay? They came up as a 5 and a 5. Together they make 10 and they close out a very painful cycle. They are some of the two hardest like lessons to learn. Like I find that like in healing and just even for myself, like those were the two hardest lessons. Like betrayal and being left out in the cold was really hard to deal with. But they are just saying that there are like some illusions, like things like aren't always what they seem, and just know that like in your story someone's the villain, but in someone else's story like you're the villain as well. So we just kind of like have to have love and compassion for everyone, and like we have to like figure out like whatever, like if that didn't work out, or like maybe that was just part of your soul development, your soul growth. Like people come in and out of our lives like for that reason. They are also telling you to use your intuition, very specifically like the moon and like femininity like is coming through. So connecting with like the moon and the source, and like I mean you guys are Aquarius, like you're pretty galactic, something like I really love about Aquarius. And like the stars are coming up as well, so like there may be like some cosmic energy. But it seems like you may have been left out in like some sort of like maybe it was like a family setting. So like maybe this goes back to like childhood. It could also have been like you like lost a house at some point, like maybe you had to like leave. And like it's almost like you lost abundance in the past, like from having to like protect yourself, if that makes sense. So I am just like seeing for some of you, like if you are like going to be purchasing a house, like or like a land or like something like that, I see that like you will get the financing for that, like that all like pans out, and I actually see someone like purchasing a home like in the third week of May. So but they do just want you to like see past illusions, okay? You might be indecisive about buying a house or about moving in with someone or about sharing your like resources and finances. This is because you've been like screwed over in the past, right? So like I'm like that's why like the betrayal and the being left out in the cold is coming out. So you are pretty guarded in the third week. You are feeling indecisive at the beginning of the week, like because you're trying to figure out like what way you should go, and like you're really like holding on to like your resources that you do have, that you worked for, that you built up. Very specifically, like you could like own a house and like you're not sure if like that's like what you want to do. Like I don't know what that means, but and for some of you, if you are feeling like ill or fatigued, like ascension symptoms are really real right now. So ringing in the ear, headaches, dehydration, tiredness. That's all because your body is changing. Some of you might feel the need to fast. It's because we're going from carbon to crystalline bodies as this elevation happens, as this frequency, as Mother Gaia raises her frequency, like so are we. This is all part of the evolution. It's all part of the age of light, the star age, the golden age, age of Aquarius. So they are just saying too that if like it is like a time of year where people also get sick and like people are in quarantine, so just like take that time to rest and recuperate if you need it. So I see that like it's interesting. So you guys have the princess and the prince here. So you have the princess, so like you have like an air energy, so Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, and then you have a fire energy, so like Aries, Leo, Sag. So one person is very like logical, analytical, methodical. They're very smart, they're very intelligent. They hold a lot of power. They like take action when they need to. This person's also been hurt, okay? So like they can come off a little cold and detached, but they're just like very guarded and protected, okay? Like I said, there's been a lot of heartache in the past, and like I know Aquarians the past couple of months, like there was a lot of like grief, endings, and loss for them. So we have this person, right? And then we have this other person who's like really passionate, motivated, maybe sometimes like mischievous. They're really funny. They're outgoing. So and they're both like staring at each other. Okay, both these people are looking at each other. And there is generosity and there is help coming through. So you may either like be working with types of energy like that, or like these types of energies want to help you, or like maybe like specifically like a fire energy wants to help you, or someone who's like motivated, passionate. I am getting it like a youthful vibe from these two. So either you guys are very youthful and like you take a more like childish approach to life, or like this person just makes you feel more youthful, or you guys are younger. Whatever it is, these people are still in like page and like page status opposed to like king and queen, right? But I do see this generosity. I do see someone wanting to help. And then moving into your last week, you have like some sort of like communication or like a message about feelings or love, or even like flirting. Um, I don't know, very specifically, like I am seeing like flirting, like I don't know, like under like a night sky, like it's like flirting at night, or like or you guys are like talking about like the stars or like something like that. There's just like this like I don't know, like universal galactic like kind of like conversation like flirting happening. So also too, very particular, like a water sign might want to also help you. So this could be Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. This person is full of like love. There's a lot of emotion. This person's very creative. They're intuitive. They might really like music and art. They would be like loving and affectionate. So you could have also possibly like wished for something like this. There has been a lot of healing that's happened for Aquarius, they're saying. I hear that like you guys like have really like kept your faith and like your optimism. I've heard like a lot of you really, really worked on like your healing and your spirituality that is coming through. And I just heard you're gonna shine like a star. So you may possibly, like you do have this like stagnation or this like hangman. So you may even feel like in your healing, you've reached a point where you're just like, I don't know what else to do. Like, I maybe like almost feel like I'm not completely healed, but like I don't know like what else it is like the universe wants me to do. So they are saying you're gonna get some sort of like epiphany, and it's actually more of like a divine timing. That's why like Archangel Metatron is like working with you guys. I think you guys actually might be like a little bit ahead. Like it's like there's like a collective group that's like waiting like at the finish line, but it's like they can't cross it yet because like a bunch of people gotta like catch up. And it's like, but like a bunch of people are like, okay, I'm here, like I see it, I'm ready, like what's happening? So, anyways, they're just saying that like there is going to be an epiphany. You are just about to experience like the re-emerge. Okay, so the fool like the hanged man is like just hanging by a thread, but usually often there's like water below him, and they're just showing me someone like plunge into the water and emerge and rebirth into someone very abundant, it looks like. We have some earth energy here, so either Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, but this person is very well established, I'm hearing. They have like a lot of material wealth. They also like just seem to like just keep gaining material wealth. Like this person just like they are creative because like they like make money off like lots of things. Like they don't just like make money off of one thing, they make it off of lots. And this person does have like an empire or like some sort of business, or like they're really high up in whatever they do. They make sure people are well taken care of, like their employees, their family, their friends. Like this person is like very nurturing. They're probably very outdoorsy. They're very grounded. They're very centered. This person could also be pretty spiritual. This person, like, they really care about like animals and the environment, and like they're actually very charitable as well. This person could actually like have like abilities like where they like actually like talk to animals, or like they can heal animals, or like they can also like do a like they're probably a healer. They can like heal through like the environment as well. Like trees might be like part of like their anyways, so this person like they are like quite abundant. And you have love here. So I'm seeing like for some of you, like you may be like wanting to be with a person like this, or you have a lot of love for a person like this, or this person has a lot of love for you. Um, there is um there is like some Gemini here as well. And like also too, like just take into consideration that like Venus, like I'm pretty sure is gonna be like retrograding. So like that, and like I think we're in the pre-shadow now. So I think it's like May, like maybe like May 13th or something that it like goes retrograde. So, and this is happening in about your like last week of May. So it's interesting because there is some sneakiness here. So they're telling me this needs to be transformed and transmuted, okay? So maybe this person can also like somewhat like help, because if they like are able to like transmute energy through like the environment, I'm hearing like I don't know, they just show me like this person like out in nature and like really connecting with like the ground, and like they're able to like heal and like like take like negative energy and like transmute it through their body into the ground, and then like make it positive again, if that's making any sense. And then they're also showing me a group of people that are like able to do the same thing but through the cosmos and the stars. So they're telling me that like this may have happened in love. It could have possibly been like an earth sign that you felt was being sneaky. But there is like this ending, this rebirth, this transformation that takes place, and you're able to move forward from it. Okay, so I see movement forward. For some of you, you could even possibly be purchasing a car or need to get a car. For some of you, you might need to be patient with your car. I just heard. So there is like movement forward, and they are just calling, like, I am seeing a healer again, but they're just like calling you to be like patient, like with yourself and like those around you, and they're telling me like that's when like aquamarine is like gonna help as well. So like at the beginning and the end of the month, like to cool your like fire in a sense. But they're also just talking about like, yeah, like transmuting this energy as well. Like that might be the final piece of your healing, is to kind of like just work through this like feeling of like, someone being sneaky, and like kind of like just putting an end to it, or like a rest to it. Okay. So you just a side note, like I don't really know when this comes up, but I kind of feel like it might come like after this like movement, like after you get over this, so like kind of like at the end of the month, maybe like even into um June. So you have the King of Swords here. So you have an air sign here. This is Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, or someone who is extremely knowledgeable, very intelligent, I'm hearing. They're very powerful. This person, I heard, also likes the finer things. Like, this person is like, this person is also like solid and stable as well. Okay. Like this person's like really built up their own empire as well. But this person is still like a little guarded. They come off a little cold and detached because they just don't really trust people. Okay. At the end of the day, I don't. Okay. I just don't. I don't know. Somebody doesn't trust somebody. But this person, like they do hold a lot of power, they hold a lot of knowledge, they're very laser focused, and they do want people to be knowledgeable as well. I'm hearing like I want people to be able to make the best decision that they can make. And then we have this fire energy here, this Aries, Leo, Sag, or somebody who is very charming, very charismatic. They're very generous. They could possibly be in the public eye. This person, they're very motivated, very passionate, very fiery. They take action. They might like rush in at times, but which is like this person over here is like laughing. They're like, yeah, if I just like if I it's almost like if I give them a little more information, they'll be able to make a really informed decision, and then they can take action. It's like because like an air sign, like they're really good at taking action, but like it's very calculated and methodical. Where like the fire's kind of just like, oh, let's do that. Like, oh, I got an idea. Like, let's do that. Like, just right now. No, no, like now. Like, turn off your computer. Let's do it now. So there is a union. There is a union for these two types of energy, or these two types of people. It's actually going to be a really good partnership. Okay. This is, for some people, this could be an actual like wedding. For some people, this is just like a partnership. I'm hearing in business, in love, like it's different for people. But this is like happiness. Like this is harmonious. There's a lot of loyalty. There's trust here. There's compassion. There's understanding. There's friendship. There's love. There's just mutual respect. Like there's these people are very like, and it's funny because you had like these two not like immature, but you had these two like more juvenile, and it's the exact same suits, and it's the exact, they're looking at each other the exact same. So it's like you guys are really mirroring each other if there is somebody that like you are kind of interested in. And then we have this, like you're being watched. They're really liking what you're doing. But this is also people coming together and collaborating and building something. And I'm hearing it's going to be long lasting. This is going to be something that's going to be really big. It's going to turn into something like it's going to take on its own like entity and a thing. Like, okay, it's weird. It's like they like show me like a group of people, like they're working on something, and it's like at first they're just like, yeah, like this is a good idea, like people could use this, like yeah, sure, like this doesn't really cost us any money. Like, yeah, like this is great. Like let's do this. And then all of a sudden it's like someone else is like, well, actually, like I have this resource that I could add to you guys. And you're like, oh, great. So it's like all next thing you know, these people have a property. And then someone else is like, actually, like I have this resource I can add to you guys. And then it's like it starts to build into something really big that lasts like eternity, I'm hearing. But then people also like it's really well received by the public. Like people are loving it, they're raving about it. So then they start to like take it takes on like its own like it's just big. Like it's just like it takes on this whole other aspect in a very positive way that like you guys like couldn't have even like imagined or foreseen. And it's almost like it's like from the universe. Like it's just really, really well received. And like as it grows, it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And like I hear like your name's gonna be attached to it like some and like so when people like are looking at this like way in the future they're gonna be like this person was like a part of this or like your name will like be somewhere. This could be a very specific message for someone, but this is just what's coming through. Okay, so they're saying that there's going to be a happy surprise for you guys. Something very good is about to happen. And yeah, like I see you guys being part of something really huge. I see love coming in for you guys. Like so. And they're saying you guys got worth waiting for twice. So you got worth waiting for. Your patience will be rewarded. And then you also got it in your love life. Divine timing is at work in your love life. And like I said, that's also part of the reason why Archangel Mecharon is like helping you guys this month. So I don't know if possibly even like this could be work and like love combined for some of you. They're saying it is safe for you to love again. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energies of love. Okay. So, let your guard down a little, okay? Let somebody in the waiting room, assess them, feel them out, do your thing. But I feel like you guys have already been watching each other for a while. At this point, it is just kind of divine timing, and it is like a good affirmation for you guys as well as like, I'm open to receiving. I deserve love. I am lovable. So you guys got a past life that could be like coming up this month or like affecting you or like could be working through was finances and communal living. So there could be a time when you lacked and that's why you kind of like hold on so tightly to what you have. And there could also just be like you might feel like financially, like I just see like material is like really on your mind. Like I said, we are in Taurus season when this is being filmed, so like material aspects are going to play a big part in everybody's like month. And you guys also got communal living, so they were talking about the future. Actually, they were talking about the past and the future. So in the past, like a lot of like living styles were actually communal, especially like if you were in a more of a spiritual like life setting. So like if you were like a Buddhist or a monk, or like if you even like biblical times, if you followed JC, like if you were part of his crew, like you guys would have always like kind of done things together. So like they're just like kind of talking about that and like people all living in like one space. And then they're like also saying that like that might like kind of like happen to you again. It's like maybe you're like been living on your own for a while, but then there's like going to be like people that like come into your space, or maybe you move in with someone, or someone moves out and someone moves in. Like I don't know, it's just like something like that. And then in the future, it's a lot more of like column living. So like what I mean is like condos and stuff like that. Like people like they realize they live like much more of like a minimalist life in the future. So like right now we're like a lot of us are trying to be minimalist in like a maximalist world, and we're in this like 3D like dense vibration where materialism is like a really big thing. Which like actually in turn like kind of keeps you guys trapped there. So they're just saying that like in the future, like there's a lot more of like people live in smaller living spaces spaces that are like a lot more minimalist living, because first of all, like you can do a lot of things like through your mind or through tech. Like you can create whatever it is you want without even having to leave your space, and like actually like experiencing it. Like it's not like just a simulation, it's like pretty real. But then if you do go out, it's to like places where there's like large gatherings, like park spaces, and people have like picnics and like, or like beaches, like, or like it's like large spaces where people gather, or it's like very small like spaces that people are in. Okay, so they are telling you guys to get grounded. A lot of you are empaths, highly sensitive children, indigos, crystals. So they want to, like, you all have abilities, and like Archangel Metron might be working with you a lot to like help you figure out like what your abilities are. And you might come into that like within your second week, and like some of your finances, that some of your opportunities that are coming to you could be from your spiritual gifts. So they're saying to connect with nature once again. Like they're showing me like somebody like going in nature, like sitting on the ground, or like someone like listening to water, someone listening to a bird chirp, someone staring at the sun, someone getting fresh air, like all of that. Like it's gonna help you like center you, ground you, and like connect to your heart space. Also, too, red jaspers coming up, so that could be a specific message for somebody. Um, and then the Great Gathering, this is coming up a lot lately, and they keep wanting me to channel the same message to you guys. So the Great Gathering, they're saying that it's all coming together, intuitive hits, soul tribe. So if you're having a hard time like finding your soul family or your galactic family, you can always call on Archangel Raphael to help facilitate bringing them closer to you. You can also call on just this, like, I don't know, I just started calling it this galactic angel because I don't know what their name is, and I don't seem to know either. So they're like, I don't know, they're like a newer angel. I don't think they're like quite like they maybe they're like still in training. I'm not sure. But anyways, they don't, every time I ask them for their name, they don't really like have one. They just keep saying that they like help starseeds, and like they are like helping during this time, and like they're learning. So anyways, this angel can also help facilitate like bringing you to your galactic family, or like connecting it at least. So anyways, they want me to talk about, so like right now, like this is the Great Gathering, like all these souls are coming to gather so that like we can all ascend, so we can all reach a higher like vibration, frequency, realm of like being and just love. So it's like kind of like everyone's going home, like we're all going kind of like back to where like we're restoring balance, peace, and harmony, is like what this is like about. Like we're going from like the dark ages to the light age. So they wanted me to talk specifically about like the gathering, the Great Gathering. So this is a place, like this happens like just before you're about to like transition, just before you're about to incarnate in this life or realm or dimension, like whatever you want to call it. It is like right before you like come to earth, or just into your soul, I guess, or like into your like lesson. So often when this happens to me, if I'm the person going in, then I'm lying down. I always say a table, and then like someone was like, "What are you, an alien? Like, are you in a spaceship? Like, what are you?" I was like, "No, it's not a spaceship, but it is like some sort. It's not like a metal table. It's like a white table." Anyways, so um you're lying down, and then like all of these light beings are like just like touching you and like sending you love and light. It just sends you like all of this beautiful, beautiful energy. And it's just like it's ascended masters, it's light beings, it's guides, it's just all these light figures. And they just send all this love and light to this person before they transit in. And then if you're the person that's giving, you're part of this amazing experience. So like you might just be like holding on to like other light beings, like all these light beings gather, okay? We all gather around this one soul that's about to go in, this light soul, and we just send love and light. And so when we gather here, like it's like the most exciting moment you're gonna feel. Okay, it's like you're about to get on the most exciting ride. It's like you're about to like you're at the most hypest like music concert. Like there's actually a vibration because everyone's so excited. There's like a humming that happens, and like you can just feel the excitement, and it's just like waiting. I don't know. Whenever I'm there, I just like just like pop. Like I just like bounce up and down. Like I'm just like this like really excited ball of light. Maybe that's why I get like invited a lot. But anyway, so it's just an amazing thing to be a part of, whether you're the person giving or receiving. It's just so beautiful. And then the lightworker community, like we do this all the time. We gather. I gather with lightworkers, with starseed. I like gather people in the universe, like in other realms, other galaxies and stuff. So, anyways, you can gather, and like when I do this with light workers, we all gather, and you can do this like by joining a meditation. You can do this in your own meditation, but yeah, you just picture yourself as a light body, or even like maybe like your star seeding like coding, and then you just like hold hands with other light beings. And I often do this around the world, so like we're just picture like all these light beings or all these people like around the world holding hands, and we just send out love, light, and harmony, or like peace or healing, whatever it feels like the collective needs to send, like Mother Earth is what we send. I do this on even bigger frequencies, like I do this like for like the universe and stuff, but it's just a great meditation to practice, and it's just going to help bring everyone together. Okay, well, I hope that this helped you guys. It went really long. I apologize, but thank you so much for letting me tap into your energy. So some words from your galactic family and from the angels. So they're saying surrender your need to control the outcome. Just be fine with the present moment. Like I said, I feel like you guys are like kind of ahead of the game. So you might just be kind of like feeling stagnant and stuff, but just know that you guys like just surrender, and like everything will happen in divine timing. So they're saying your external world is a reflection of your inner world. So what you feel inside is actually what you put back, what you put out, and what you're going to receive back. So just be mindful of that, because it works negative and positive. And they're saying your animal is your animal in spirit, and your animals in spirit are safe and well and are showering you with their love. And last but not least, from the angels, they're saying, take the first step and begin it now. Maybe you need that fire energy. Okay, guys, I love you so much. I'm sending you so much love, light, and healing. Bye.